Hello everyone, it's me, Feather, and today I would like to show you my Sailor Moon comic collection. I got into Sailor Moon when I was in 7th grade. It was on, I think at 5:30 or 6:30 in the morning before school. And my little sister actually used to watch it before I did. And I was so snarky and, emo teenager age. And I was like, what's it about? Sailors on the moon. And then shortly thereafter I became obsessed and fell in love with this show. Back then, we only had one season of Sailor Moon because it was brought over here from Japan and they hadn't finished dubbing or getting the rights to the other seasons. So for the longest time, I only had the first season, then the first and second season, then the first, second, and third, and I would end up watching them all over and over and over and over again. I desperately wanted to know more about the show, but the internet was new back then, and very new to me. And I didn't know that you could use it to find out stuff like this, and it wasn't until high school that they started importing the comics and translating the movies and all of that, and I started collecting Sailor Moon merchandise like a fiend. I needed to get my hands on all of it, and so I did. And this was the first show that made me realize that animated shows could make me feel super invested and emotionally moved in a way that I had never felt before from any other animated show. So, these are the comics. I have almost all of them. I am missing, I can't find it. I thought I had all of them, so it still might be somewhere, but I can't find number 27, 29, or 30. And I don't know if there's more after what I have. But I'll show you what I have. This is the first issue. Let's tell you about everybody. Sorry, I had to cough. This is Sailor Moon. She is the Moon Princess. If you watched the English dubbed version, her name was Serena. And if you watched the Japanese version, her name was Tsukino Usagi. Usagi-chan. Which I think means rabbit. Or something like that. My memory isn't great with all the little details anymore, but I used to know it all. And when the story starts, she's 14. And she lives on the Earth. And the evil Negaverse begins to revive itself, and her cat Luna, which is a stray cat that she finds, awakens Sailor Moon inside her to fight the Negaverse. And she needs help. So the rest of the Sailor soldiers become awakened through various storylines. And these are the inner Sailor Senshi, or Sailor Soldiers, or Sailor Scouts. That's Sailor Moon. She's the leader and the Moon Princess. This girl right here in blue, that's Sailor Mercury. She's bookish. Sailor Jupiter is my favorite. She is very strong-willed and very powerful. And kind of rough around the edges, but super loyal and loving. This beauty over here with the long raven hair is Sailor Mars. I used to cosplay as her when I would go to conventions because my hair is so long. My grandma made all the costumes for me and my friends. And this is Sailor Venus. And she has a cat named Artemis. Luna and Artemis both pertain to the moon. I'm going to turn it over. Okay, now, depending on the depiction, if you're looking at the animated version or the comic book version, this is Queen Serenity or Neo Queen Serenity. Oh, they sound the same. Queen Serenity is Sailor Moon's mother, and Neo Queen Serenity is Sailor Moon in the future. It is white hair. Alright. I'll tell you more as we go along. There's Sailor Moon again. She's just chilling. She has really long hair. And in the animated version, her love interest calls her Meatball Head. And I think in the Japanese version, he calls her Odango, which means dumpling head, I think. Or dumpling. And her love interest is Tuxedo. Tuxedo come in. Or Tuxedo Mask. And in the American version, his name is Darian. And I loved him. He was my husband. Oh, there he is. Look at them. They love each other. They were together on the moon, but when they awaken on Earth, they don't remember each other, and then they have to fall back in love once they remember. Alright, so we've got Sailor Jupiter, Sailor Mercury, Sailor Moon, Sailor Venus, Sailor Mars. I am Sailor Jupiter. I am Sailor Mercury. Sailor Venus. I am Sailor Mars. In the name of the moon, I will punish you. Jupiter's power was thunder. Jupiter, thunder, crash. One of my favorite episodes with her is when they fight the pink lion from Alan and Anne. Sailor Moon is pinned by this lion guardian, which is a monster. And Jupiter says, Sailor Moon, get up. And Sailor Moon's too scared, she can't. And then Sailor Jupiter thinks of her friend that the lion hurt and almost killed. And Sailor Moon, who's about to get killed, and she says, Sailor Moon, and again, my best friend, I'll never forgive for what you've done. And then she puts her hands up. Why I keep doing that. She puts her hands up and she says, Guardian Jupiter, bring storm clouds, bolts of lightning, wind and fire. And then she goes, Jupiter, thunder, crash. And she releases her thunder and lightning power, and it kills the Guardian all by herself without the help of Sailor Moon. It's a great moment. Fair warning, this video is probably going to be really geeky. I realize that. not everyone has the same enthusiasm about this show that I do. Sailor Mars, off a good moment with her Japanese version, season 1, right before Sailor Moon fights Queen Beryl in the Japanese version and in the English version. Sailor Mars is very, very sassy, and she's fighting 2 monsters who are trying to kill her, basically. And it looks like she's dead, and they're gonna get Sailor Moon, and she raises her hand weakly and grabs onto one of the monster's tentacle things, and she releases her fire power all the way up it, and it kills them. Also herself in the process, but spoiler alert! Spoiler alert, these girls all die numerous times in the series. Her death that season was amazing too. So Jupiter, they're electrocuting her, and she says, "You dare use thunder against me?" And then she smirks, and she says, "Prepare yourselves." And then she calls her power, and she kills 2 of the monsters. Another view of the girls in their regular clothes. Sailor Jupiter, Sailor Venus, Sailor Moon, Sailor Mercury, Sailor Mars. Her name was Lita, Mina, Serena, Amy, and Ray. Minako, Makoto, Usagi, Ami-chan, and Ray-chan. Am I right? I wasn't really a huge fan of Sailor Mercury. In the American version, she's very... they downplay her power a lot. And so I'm attracted to characters that are very strong-willed, like Jupiter. Venus, my favorite moment with her is probably when she dresses up like Sailor Moon to save Sailor Moon. She has to pretend to be her. It's really funny. Or when she's a nurse. Nurse Minako, that's funny. Anyway. In the comic or manga, however you want to say it, she's very powerful and strong-willed. In the anime and the animated series, she's very goofy. Okay? Then we have I am Sailor Mars. This is who I used to cosplay as. There's Sailor Mercury. There's Tuxedo Mask in the Batmobile with all his rose petals everywhere. In the American cartoon, he was pretty useless, to be honest. I still loved him. Her power was fire, and her power was bubbles. Or ice, eventually. But in the beginning, it's bubbles. And on the back, we have Sailor Moon, Jupiter, and Venus. Venus is sort of like lasers or light. Her love me chain. That's thunder lightning, and hers is the silver crystal, which is the strongest power ever. So we have Sailor Moon here. Tuxedo Mask, my husband there. Oh, I just got so scared that something happened to my comic, but this sleeve is textured. Scared me a lot. This has never been opened. I used to buy doubles of everything. Wait, is it textured? Look at this. Can you see this? Do you see that pattern? But it's not over here. Did it form that pattern itself? Is that possible? That's crazy. In the back, we have Mercury, Mars, and Jupiter, and these are the colors that usually represented them. Mars was red, Mercury was blue, and Jupiter was green. Venus was orange yellow. There are other sailor's cats. I'll show you them soon and the colors that they are. So weird. I really am confused by it. Alright, we have the Lovebirds, Sailor Moon, Tuxedo Mask, or Prince Endymion. I know the whole American version of the season 1 battle between her and him by heart. Darien, she may have your mind, but your heart belongs to me. You remember, don't you? All those happy times on the moon. Don't let her take that away from us, please, Darien. It's me, Princess Serena. I've come to set you free again. I remember. Oh, all you have to do is touch it. There'd be a locket. Anyway. There they are again. You see? The art is really pretty. I used to try to emulate it all the time in my own drawings. I've shown my art in a video a long time ago. I'll link it in the description box. Alright, we have the girls in bathing suits. Sailor Moon, Sailor Mercury, Sailor Mars. Sailor Jupiter, and Sailor Venus. This is a very 90s cover, sort of. Sailor Moon was invented by Neko Taikuchi? I hope I'm saying that right. Oh, there's Luna. That's the cat. Sailor Moon's kitty cat guardian. She can talk. Sailor Moon with a bunch of balloons. The cover art doesn't represent what the issue is about at all, basically. We have, I can introduce you to her. If you watched the American version of Sailor Moon, her name was Rini. And if you watched the Japanese version, her name was Chibiusa, which means little Usagi. How do I explain her? Well, she is actually Sailor Moon's daughter from the future sent to the past. So she lives with Sailor Moon as her sister. That pretty much sums it up. Oh, up here, you can see that is Luna P. That's her version of Luna. And it helps her and it gives her items that she needs. The art style. They have very long limbs, very long fingers, long feet, big eyes. Here's Sailor Moon and Sailor Mini Moon. In the American cartoon version, she is so annoying. But in the comics or manga, she is more tolerable, sort of. I don't know if it had something to do with her voice actress. I mean, it could have been her voice actress as well, but she grated on my nerves. And here's the proud father on the back with his very large top hat. So that's a very large top hat. Sailor Moon looking pensive. And that's, I have to tell you guys, see that dress? Since I watched the show in 7th grade, I was determined that this was going to be my wedding dress. Like, seriously determined. I want my wedding dress to look sort of like this. Not with the shoulder things, though. But I just love it. It looks so ethereal. I don't know that it would look good on me, though. I don't have 5-foot long hair to stream down like that. I believe that Mako, the creator of Sailor Moon, modeled this after a wedding dress that she saw in a magazine. Which is cool. And this is her on the moon, because you can see the earth right here. See? It's a double. I tried to buy doubles of everything that I collect so I can read one and keep one in the sleeve. That's the silver crystal. The Imperium silver crystal. She's the moon princess? Who'd have thought? Everyone. Ooh. So that's the crystal. There's Darian with a skull on his staff. I don't remember that. So this crystal is super important in the series. Everybody's always trying to get it, because basically if you have it, you can control the universe. And anytime Sailor Moon uses it to fight and pours herself into it, she dies. So it comes at a cost. Okay, so let me try to explain these characters. This is Nephrite, Zoisite, Jadeite, and Malachite. And in the past, because the storyline of Sailor Moon takes place in the past and the present and the future. In the past, on the moon, they were the Sailor Scouts' respective love interests, because you can see them paired with each other there. And there's a big battle on the moon and everybody dies. And when they are all reborn on the earth, these generals are employed by the Negaverse to work against the Sailor Scouts. So they are their enemies. These generals were Tuxedo Mask, or Prince Darian's, or Prince Endymion's generals, so they were his version of his Sailor Scouts that protected him. In the American dubbed version, they never address this love story, and they make Zoisite and Malachite love interests. They turn Zoisite into a girl. In the Japanese version, Zoisite remains a male, and they're in love. So that's interesting. Everyone has luscious hair. In the American version, his death is really sad. He falls in love with a girl named Molly, and he gives his life to save her. He turns against the Negaverse. Sailor Moon. You can see her look evolving in some pictures. There's my wedding dress. See it? Oh, I love it. It's so magical. In the name of the moon, I will punish you. She is the champion of justice. She will right wrongs and triumph over evil. Here are the generals again. Malachite, Zoisite, Neverite, Jadeite. In the art style, they all have very pointy chins. Can you see? Long faces, big eyes, pointy chins. Now we have Kimono Party. There's the Mini Moon, Chibiusa for Rainy, Sailor Moon, Serena, Usagi, Venus, Mina, Minako, Mars, Ray, Jupiter, Lita, Makoto, Mercury, Amy, Ami. Oh, that's Artemis. Both cats have a little crescent moon on their heads. Oh, there's Luna right there. And Luna and Artemis, of course, are in love. In the future, not the present. There's Mercury with her little visor. Mars with her little paper curses. That's Jupiter's antenna. Venus and her chain. Oh, okay. So now we have the introduction of a new Sailor Scout. That is Sailor Pluto. And she is the gatekeeper of time. She's really cool looking. She has dark green hair and red eyes. I used to love to draw her. I'll show you a picture. I love her key staff. It's sort of like a keyblade. Much like Sailor Moon, she has a power that if she uses it, she will die. And that is when she stops time. She's not allowed to stop time. And if she does, she has to sacrifice herself. Oh, that's my dress. Well, that's, I don't know. That's Neo Queen Serenity in the future. It's such a good dress. Okay. We have the inner Senshi again, just fooling around. In the American version of the show, Mina and Lita are besties. And Ray and Serena are sort of adversaries, but they still love each other. It's a love, tough love kind of relationship. There's the royal family. Tuxedo Mask, Sailor Moon, and Chibiusa with Luna P. This on this cover is Sailor Mars. And on the back is Sailor Venus. I'm really not sure what that outfit is. Then we have Sailor Mercury. She's very intelligent, studious. And Sailor Jupiter, brushing her hair. She's supposedly a very good cook. It's a party. All the girls are very happy. That is Sailor Mars, Sailor Venus, Sailor Mercury, Sailor Moon, Sailor Jupiter. Oh. Okay, now you guys tell me who they are. How did you do? Did you get it right? Alright, now we have ladies again. Mars, Venus, Mercury, Jupiter, Moon. And we have Pluto back here. Mars is doing her fireball. Mars, fireball. Jupiter, thunder. Venus, love me chain. Mercury, shine aqua illusion, perhaps. Maybe her bubbles. I don't know. See, Pluto is becoming a bigger presence in the story. This cover is more serious. They're fighting. They have very short skirts. Very impossibly long legs. Okay. And now we have two new scouts. This is Sailor Neptune. And this is Sailor Uranus. Or Uranus. When I was younger, no one ever called it Uranus or Uranus. It was always Uranus. Everyone made fun of it, but that's what it was. In the story, these two are lovers. In the American version, these two are really close cousins. Look at the proportions of the hands in comparison to the rest of the bodies. Long hands, long, large hands. She had a mirror. Oh, what was her attack? Neptune Deep Submerge and World Shaking. And there they are. Mirachu and Haruka. Yep, Haruka and Mirachu. In the English version, I think she was Michelle, but I don't remember. So the Moon, Mars, Jupiter. I can't show you the back covers of these because these have the cardboard protectors on them. So I hope that's okay. Because I'm not opening them. These have never been opened. Okay. This cover, I know what it is. It goes around and it shows the rest of the Sailor Senshi. But these are the outer Senshi. And you'll notice a new face right here. So we have Pluto, Uranus. Sailor Moon. This is Sailor Saturn. That's Sailor Neptune. And you can say Saturn has a death scythe. And she, like Sailor Moon and Pluto, has a power that will destroy her if she uses it, and the entire world in the process. Her power is that she can destroy worlds in order to save the rest of the universe. She's sort of a tragic character in both the manga and the anime. Hotaru was her name. And she goes through a lot. She has, oh, I didn't tell you. She becomes an evil character named Mistress Nine, as does Chibiusa. She becomes the Black Lady? No, the Wicked Lady. In different seasons, though. And they both have to overcome their evil counterparts. She's my second favorite character, next to Jupiter. I used to draw her a lot as well. You can see their skirts have changed. That means they're more powerful. Every time their outfits change in the show, just slightly, it means they've sort of evolved into another, more powerful version of themselves. Can't show you that cover because of the cardboard. It's a very pretty cover. That's Sailor Moon. You can see her outfit is different. Almost at the end. Sailor Moon, Sailor Mini Moon. And we're ending on issue 32 with Sailor Saturn. I love this cover. I think it's beautiful. I think she's beautiful. Pluto's power. I didn't tell you hers. I told you hers. But Pluto's is called Detto Scream, which means death scream, I think. And she uses her staff, her key, to fight. It's pretty cool. So, those are all the ones I have in sleeves, but I want to show you a bit of the artwork. So I have some doubles. I told you I bought doubles. I'm not going to go through all of them, just a few, just to show you the art. This is from issue 14. Let's see. You can see Sailor Moon's in trouble. Sailor Moon, Sailor Moon, Sailor Moon. That's Prince Diamond. He's bad. That's the Wise Man. He's very, very bad. That's Diamond, Sapphire, Rubius, and Emerald. All bad. Oh, and this is when he kisses her without her consent. And she's very upset. And Venus and Tuxedo Mask are working to save her from Prince Diamondsy. She's very sad. The story does get a bit preoccupied with her devotion to Darian and Tuxedo Mask. It's kind of like, come on, girl. Pull yourself together. So right now, Sailor Moon is talking to her future self. Cool. Here's Pluto. I am pleased to meet you, small lady. Small lady. Gotta go backwards here. That's a nice picture of everybody. Oh wait, I saw Neko's name. Did I get it right? Neko Takuchi. Hello, I discovered a Sailor Moon pudding. No way, buy some for me. Want me to read you guys a page? Let's pick a page. Oh, this page. Diana, however, stayed here the whole time, never leaving Luna and Artemis's side. Diana? Luna, Artemis. Oh, wait, jeez. Luna, Artemis. I am pleased to meet you. I am your daughter, Diana. Jingle, jingle. Oh, child.
King, hold on a minute. Why haven't any of you gotten older? Why do you still look exactly the same to us?
Basically, he's dead. He's a ghost. Or a hologram. They call her Bunny. There's Sailor Pluto. That's Emerald. She's a very bad lady. She's very jealous. Jealous woman. She loves Prince Diamond. We're going out of order. That's fine. That's a gun. Don't do that to people. It's not a real gun, though. This is when Rainy falls out of the sky. Just showing you the artwork. That's Sailor Mars. No, that's Catsy. That's Catsy, one of the Black Moon sisters. I like her storyline in the anime version a lot better than I like the manga version. Her sister's name was Catsy, Birdie.
I'm Avery.
Avery, and Catsy, Birdie, Avery, and something with a P. I'm Birdie. Birdie had a nice voice. She's doing her Shine Aqua illusion power. Oh, that's not Sailor Moon, but that's Cardcaptor Sakura. I used to like that show too. Cloud cards. I had them. I was such a nerd. Do you want to know how much of a nerd I was? Hold on, I have to cough. I was such a nerd that when I would take showers, I would let the water run down my arms and it would shoot off my fingertips, and I used to pretend to be Sailor Mercury doing Shine Aqua Illusion and letting the water shoot off my fingertips. I wanted superpowers, okay? I still do, I'm not gonna lie. Superpowers would be great. That's Rubius. I don't know if you've gathered that this season of villains are all named after gems. They are not the crystal gems. They don't want to save the day. They want to rule the earth in a very sinister way. That's why the people of Earth believe in the Sailor Scouts, 'cause they are awesome. Petra? Petra, maybe? That's Birdie, that's Catsy. What is her name? I think that's Avery. Yeah, that's Avery, but what was her sister's name? That's Molly. That's who Nephrite, or Nephlite in the American version, fell in love with. It's kind of weird when you think about how old the girls are. They're 14. This is bent. That's okay because it's a double. It's a duplicate. Just flipping through, there's Pluto. Oh, here you go. I drew that. That's Wicked Lady. Cool. So that's Sailor Mini Moon, or, well, she's not Sailor Mini Moon yet, I suppose. That's Chibiusa, grown up with dark magic. Small Lady. The wise man, who's not wise, he's evil. He transformed her into Black Lady. Pretty sure they call her the Wicked Lady in the American version. there's this weird incestuous undertone with her and Darian. That's Sapphire, Diamond's brother. He was cute. I liked him. He looked just like Darian. I am the solitary guardian of the gate of time. I am forbidden to leave here. First, time travel must not be allowed. Second, you must not leave your post. This door you must guard. And third, so Pluto's going to go fight alongside the Sailor Scouts. This is a season finale type of issue. So now you got a sense of the art style. Don't want to show you too much, too many spoilers, even though I've pretty much spoiled everything. Let's see if I can. There, Sailor Neptune, Sailor Uranus. Earrings. Oh. The wind, it says that she's the planet of the wind and the scout of the skies. But her power was an earthquake. And with the blessings of the planet of the sea, Neptune, the scout of the depths. So I don't have any of the Sailor Star issues. Those are other characters I didn't get to show you. Starlights. Pretty sure I do have them though in the Amazon quartet, all that jazz. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you liked Sailor Moon in the past, I hope this maybe sprung some happy nostalgia on you. Even if you like Sailor Moon now, I hope that I did it justice. Maybe inspired those of you who haven't given it a shot to take a peek at one of my favorite shows when I was growing up. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon with a new video. In the name of the moon, good night. Sleep well. Bye. Alright, now we're going to pour the water into the powder.